Hi, I am N. Jagadish, Associate Professor in CSC Department. In this session, we discuss about multi-catch statement, means multiple catch statements. In which manner multiple catch statements are going to specify and how these multiple catch statements are going to execute. Now, first of all, we go through the syntax, how the multiple catch statements is specifying. See here, in the exception handling mechanism, as I already specified, there will be two blocks are there. One is the try block and one more is the cache block. And you can specify any number of cache blocks. It is not restricted that you have to specify one or two. You can specify any number of cache blocks, which leads to multiple cache blocks or multiple cache statements. Now come to the first one, that is nothing but the try. Whatever the code that it may generates the error, you specify that code in the try block. And then come to the next one. If at all, if any error occurs in the try block, then that error will throws to the catch block by means of the throw keywords. Now, if the throw specifying that the throw statement is matches with the specifying of a catch type here, then this catch block will execute. Catch block one will execute. If the throw type error is not matched with the catch type, then it moves to the next cache, that is nothing but this type 2 argument. Now it is going to make the comparison between the throw keyword type and this type 2 in a cache block. If these two statements are matched, then the appropriate cache block is going to execute. If it is not like so, then again the next cache block is going to execute, and again it is going to make the comparison between throw statement type and this particular catch statement type. If these two statements are matched, then the appropriate cache block will execute. Still, if it is not matched, then it goes to the next cache block. So we can specify any number of cache blocks like this up to n. So this is nothing much. Multiple catch statements are simply a multi-catch statements. How these multi-catch statements is going to execute. Now we'll go with an example. In this particular program, I just go to illustrate how these multi-catch statements are going to done. Now, as usual, the first is nothing but the header file, hash include IO stream using namespace std. Then come to the function here. Here I am specifying a function test which doesn't return any value. So void is the return type. And for this function, I am passing one value as x. Now open the function. Then in this function, I am specifying a try block. And again, open the try block. Then I am specifying a statement like if x is equal to 1, whatever the value that I pass it to the x here, if that value is equal to 1, then throw x will execute. If the x value is not equal to 1, then this statement will not execute. It come to the else part, and again in the else part I am specifying if x is equal to 0. If my x value is equal to 0, then this will throw x. Now x is in a single quotation, that indicates single character constant. So now this will throw x will execute. Still, even if x is not equal to 0, then it doesn't execute. Then again it comes to the next part, that is else part. Now in the else part, again there is a one more condition, if x double is equal to -1. So if my x value, what I passed here, if my x value is equal to -1, then it executes throw 1.0. Throw 1.0 means that is nothing but it is a decimal value, floating value. Observe clearly here, if my x value is equal to 1, I am throwing simply x, that is nothing but integer value. If my x value is double equal to 0, then I am throwing a single character constant value. If my x value is equal to -1, then I am throwing 1.0, that indicates floating value. Look at this, there are different types. One is an integer type and one more is a single character constant type and one more is nothing but a floating type, that is a decimal character decimal value. Now, if at all, if it is a single character constant, if the throw statement throws a single character constant, then the appropriate cache block is going to execute like this, cache char c. So now it is going to execute this block and going to print c out caught a character. If it is not like so, if the throw statement throws the integer value, then it executes this one. First it compares to this one. Now character is not matched with the integer, so it doesn't execute this one. Then it comes to the next cache, that is nothing but this one. Now that throw statement throws the integer type. So here the cache block also specifies the integer type. So both are matched. So this statement cout caught an integer will execute. Now take one more case. Now again that throw statement throws the floating value. So now it does not match with char type. So it does not execute this block. Again, it is not matched with integer type, so it does not execute this block. Now again it comes to the next case, that is nothing but this one. Now double D, both types are matched, so it is going to execute cout caught a double. So likewise, the appropriate catch block will execute based on the throw statements, throw type error. So this is the way how multi-catch statements are done. Look at this, come to the main program now. In the main program, simply I'm specifying the first statement cout testing multiple catches, which will be appeared on output screen. So cout x double is equal to 1, which will be appeared on the output screen. Test of 1. Test of 1 means here 1 is the integer value. So now I am passing the integer value. So when I pass the integer value test of 1, here this particular one will specify x value is specifying the 1. Now that 1 is passed to x. Now it comes to this one try block. Again, if x is equal to 1, throw x. Now it is going to throw the x value is 1. So 1 is nothing but integer value. So when it throws the integer value, then the appropriate catch block is going to execute of integer type. Now it is char, it does not execute. Now it is integer. So this catch block is going to execute, caught an integer. So this is the way how it is going to execute the appropriate catch block. Now take the next one. Assume now it is going to execute the second statement x is equal to 0. So x is equal to 0 means now it is going to specify test of 0. Now I am passing the value 0 as the parameter. So when I pass 0 value as the parameter, then test function is going to execute with 0 value. So here it is a test function. Now x value is 0 now. So if x is equal to 1, it doesn't matches. It will execute the else part. In the else part, again if x double is equal to 0, now my x value is equal to 0, so it matches. So it executes throw x. Throw x, that indicates here x is of character. So now it is going to execute the appropriate char cache block. So now come to this one here, cache char c. So there it throws the char type. Now here the cache block also consists of char type, so both are matched. So it executes caught a character. So now it is going to execute the appropriate block. So now likewise, it is going to perform the appropriate action based on the throw statement. Now again take one more case. It is nothing but x is equal to -1, test of -1. So test of -1 means here I am passing the -1 to the function test. So automatically here the x value will be -1. So again it is going to check if x is equal to 1. It doesn't matches, so it does not execute this throw x. Again it goes to make comparison with one more statement. If x is equal to 0, x value is -1, -1 double is equal to 0. Again condition false, so it does not execute this throw x. Again it's come to this one. If x is equal to -1, -1 is equal to -1, it matches. So it executes throw 1.0. Throw 1.0 means 1.0 is of decimal value. So here it comes to the first one, first cache block. It is a char data type, so it does not execute. Again make the comparison with this next cache block with the int type. So again it is not matched, so it does not execute this one. Again come to the next one, cache. Here it is a double, so it matches. So it executes caught a double. So the appropriate cache block will execute among multiple cache blocks. And similarly for x is equal to 2 also. 2 is the integer value. It is going to execute the integer type cache block. So likewise, the appropriate cache block will execute. And at last return 0, close brace. Thereby program terminates properly and successfully. So likewise, we just go to specify the multi-catch statements. Thank you.